Here we are, all right. All the long talks, all the boring lectures that you've had to hear from me during the course of the season, and we're at this point where we get our last game of this campaign, all right. We all know it's not been the greatest one, but I'd like to believe that we've put in as much as we possibly can. It's not been enough, which means hopefully we can learn that to get those wins and to go further, it's going to take everybody putting in and sacrificing. All right, what you do over the summer, all right, what you do to prepare yourselves individually, what you do to improve your basketball IQ and so forth over the summer has a bearing on what you're going to be like next year. Okay, but with this game, I think there's not many clubs in this league or in sport that can go through a bad patch like we've gone and have the supporters kind of like remain loyal to us. So it'll be very good for us to go out there and just give them one happy performance to go into the summer. We've had some good looks when we push the ball around, but it comes down to shooting percentages. I know nobody's out there missing on purpose, but at the end of the day, we're going to have to make our shots. Just the way they're making their shots, we have to make our shots. All right? 20 minutes, gentlemen. 20 minutes. All right? If you want me to go crazy and try and get you pumped up and so forth, I can tell you something. I can get you super pumped up, but it's a long walk to where your mindset is going to be when you get in onto the court. All right? So you've got to have that. That's been professional. All right? That's been professional. Be ready to defend home court. This is our court, defend home court. And don't think they're out here just trying to finish off the season. They want to win this game. They want to win this game. All right? Bring some pride in it and let's enjoy this last 20 minutes with some good hard basketball.
Thank you for everybody supporting us all season. Maybe I'll be back next year. We'll see you in the summer. But just glad you guys came out every week to watch us play. Thank you.
I know it's been a rough season, but like you guys stuck around through everything. I appreciate that. We love you guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Scorchers fans. You've been supporting us all season through thick and thin. So thank you very much, and I look forward to a great season next season for you guys.
Thank you very much for your support throughout the season.
Thank you so much, Scorchers fans, for staying with us the whole year. I know it didn't turn out how we want to, but we'll be back stronger and just keep fighting. Thank you for your support. It means a lot. Got the final win to go into the summer with good feel. Thank you, guys.
I just want to say thank you to all the Scorchers fans for sticking by us throughout the season. It was a tough season, but today we showed what we're capable of, and we had almost a full house, so thank you to all the Scorchers fans.
It means a lot to us and kept us going when you guys were cheering for us, especially this last game today. It was amazing. Packed atmosphere, loved it. So thank you so much.
I want to thank you guys for coming and supporting us. We really appreciate it, and let's do better next season. Man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy, but it's been good. I just want to tell you guys, thank you for your loyalty, for coming out despite our record, coming out every single game, making a lot of noise, boosting the team, being that sixth man. Today was crazy. You guys came out in force. Hopefully we can get better scheduling so you guys can get out to more games. And what can I say? Love you guys, love the fans. I really appreciate the sport, week in, week out. All my love, thank you.
I think the Bristol game was important to us because the fans have been so great to us throughout the season. So in order to send them into the summer with a win and kind of like a reminder of what we are capable of was a big one for us. For me, it's probably my worst or toughest season in basketball. It felt like almost 3 seasons in one. I don't usually make a ton of changes. A lot of changes were kind of like forced onto us. But we've learned from those mistakes. Obviously, we had the highs of the BBL All-Star Championship, and we hoped that would help us turn the corner, but it wasn't to be. and then obviously just trying to fit players in, and sometimes it does take players a little bit of time to adjust in. I do feel that the group that did finish off the season, had we started with that group, it would have been a different season, but a really tough season for us, and it's probably going to sit with me for the entire summer until we rectified it and got back to a regular winning ways. The toughest part is everybody starts questioning their ability, which we try and get people to go away from. And then also, you don't want to have a blame culture. I got to be honest, I think the guys are pretty good with that. But when you're bringing in new players and they come in under pressure because they're like, I'm recruiting them, telling them we don't have a good winning record and we need to pick up. So that puts added pressure on them. And I think sometimes that doesn't allow us to play the right team basketball because everybody's trying to show what they're worth and wants to make their contribution. I won't lose confidence in my ability. I've been coaching for a very long time. I work with the budget that I'm given to the best of my ability. My fellow coaches have been very supportive of me. They've gone through highs and lows as I've probably gone through a real low this year. So, being with your peers and the people that you coach against and stuff, and they reinforcing that I can coach, kind of like keeps my head focused on the task. Obviously people are going to have their opinions and they're quite rightly entitled to do that. And but I just block all that out and just try and be the best coach I can possibly be for the team and the franchise. I think every single season you go into it and you realize you can't take anything for granted. There's many lessons that I've learned from the season, from different players, from different situations. One of my things coming out of this season was about potential and professionalism. We get a lot of potential because it's young guys that are looking to get out there. And then obviously there's a level of professionalism. So if I look at the team that we had last year, we had a lot of professionals, established professionals with experience. This year we probably had a lot of potential. So it's just about trying to get that balance right, and then I think that will make for a stronger team. Because we don't have probably a budget to compete with some of the other teams, I've always tried to be as competitive as possible. But looking at it now is I want to win. I think the fans want to win, obviously, so I can't take an approach of being like, okay, we're going to be as competitive. Whoever we're able to sign, they got to have a winning mentality. I've got to have a winning mentality. So that's going to be the difference in the approach, is not trying to be competitive and feel sorry for ourselves, but try and go out there and win every single game possible. Before everybody leaves, we have exit meetings where we discuss stuff with them about what they could have done better, where we're trying to go. In the BBL, not many clubs are able to offer 2-year contracts, so everybody becomes a free agent. And naturally, if a player does do well, other clubs are going to come in. You take a guy like Joe Zola, for example, started a little slow, but his first year as a pro was in Germany, came to Leicester, never got much of a run at Leicester, ended up in Austria, never played much, and then when he got to us, we gave him an opportunity to showcase his talent. So he'll probably get some people going after him and stuff in that there, but that's just the nature of the game. The good part is, at the Sports Park, we, as Surrey Scorchers, we do look after our players. We do make sure that what we promise we deliver on. And so I imagine, and most of the players, apart from getting bigger offers, would be interested in coming back to play for the Scorchers. I can only thank the fans as normal for the support that they've given us. Young and old have been pretty amazing for us as an organization, and me as the head coach and director of basketball, we'll be working tirelessly over the summer to make sure that when we get back onto the basketball court in September, we will give you a team to be totally proud of.